Let me tell you about what's happening at the Ambulance Command Center. As you know, we've merged the emergency call numbers. Well, officials of the National Ambulance Service Dispatch Center, or you can call them the Command Center, are advocating strict sanctions for prank callers who interrupts the work of the emergency services. Already this morning, the center has received more than 100 prank calls. The center, with the call number 112, don't call. The new emergency line is to serve as a synchronized port of call for all forms of emergency. Either you're calling the police, NADMO, fire service, the ambulance service, etc. And that's essentially to make it easy. But Matilda Nartey, who is in charge of the center, says that she's been receiving several prank calls. She's been walking my colleague Komla Adam through a typical day there and how they deal with the numerous calls that come through, and also how that prank call can be dealt with, in her opinion. Listen.
Day out here at the command center of the emergency services. I'm going to go in and have an experience of what a typical day looks like here in the life of workers here and how they carry out the activities, especially on the back of the launch of the synchronized 112 emergency number, which caters for all the emergency services, be it the police, be it the ambulance service, be it the fire service, or even the National Disaster Management Organization, NADMO. I'm here to meet Matilda Nartey. She is the in charge here at the dispatch center. She will be taking us through what the ropes are, how the officials go through their day here, and what the procedures are when a call comes through for an emergency, for example, and even the dispatch procedure right here at the command center. Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. You're welcome.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you too.
So we are here to just experience a day in the life of officials here and what you do here at the command center. Okay, so I see a number of officials here right now. Who are they and what do they do specifically?
They are all call takers for the emergency center.
Okay.
Currently, we have 6 call taking consoles,
okay,
which the calls come through. And after that, we have 2 dispatches, where after taking the call, we dispatch it through the console there.
Okay. So it's been a while I've been here and I've seen a number of calls come through. Can you tell us on the average daily, how many calls do you receive here?
On average, we can take more than 1,000 calls per day.
Okay, and out of this 1,000, how many of them are calls that require genuine assistance in case of an emergency?
In percentage-wise, 10%.
10%?
Yes, sir.
It means the other 90%
are prank callers.
Okay, so when you say prank callers, exactly what do you mean?
There are people who call not for an emergency, just to make funds and then also abuse the emergency system. Okay, mami, number na me send you mobile money why? Hello.
0540.
Okay.
19.
Okay. When in line we won't, yeah, fret night year off near dear. Why? For emergency, so watch whoop ambulance, whoop fire, police, and NADMO. Now I fret, but you're fresh, you're distressed. Why? What fret 20 times? We can power from Kwana. We are like to our any child. Why?
Hello?
This is what? This is what? Aren't you talking? 193, and you know the use of this line. It's an emergency line, and you know.
Basically, it's not an emergency, don't call.
Please, when it's not an emergency, don't call, okay? Okay, thank you.
We had some of the people who have just called in, and I was shocked to hear somebody, for example, ask for money, but So you get these calls on a regular basis?
Yes.
And you do, then what do you do about them? What can you do about these prank callers?
Currently, we can't do anything, so we advise them not to abuse the system. But we are also pleading with the police service and then the media for us to name and shame those prank callers so that those kind of life will stop.
And so these are the call takers, this and that. And can you just briefly take us to the dispatchers and then walk us through exactly what they also do?
Let's start with the call.
Okay.
The call taker. See the one that the call is. So as the call has come, she greeted by introducing herself. Good afternoon, ambulance service. So it's a true call. She then take the name of the caller, the contact number of the caller, the location of the caller, and then ask a few questions, the purpose for the call.
Okay.
From there, we look at a closer ambulance station. Then we give them all these details that we take from the caller. We dispatch them to go for the case.
Okay. Now, a couple of days ago, the president launched the 112, which is supposed to synchronize all these other services, emergency services, into one command center. So once the call comes through, you speak to the people based on their need, then you do the dispatch. So far, how has that been?
It has been successfully, because any call for any of the emergency centers comes either at ambulance command center, the police command center, the NADMO, or the fire service. So as soon as the call comes to you and you take the details, if it's about ambulance service, quickly they send us the information through the dispatcher.
Okay.
And if it comes to ambulance and it's about the police, we also send the information to the police through the dispatcher.
Okay. A colleague of mine in the office just called me to find out if there's been any dispatch that has been done since I've been here.
Yes, we've done 2 dispatch.
Okay.
One from Kaneshi Polyclinic to Rich Hospital, and then one from Mamobi also to Police Hospital.
Okay, and these are people who...
These are calls that came from the hospital, so this is hospital transfer.
Okay, so apart from the hospital dispatches do you do?
We take domestic cases. Early in the morning, we took a case from Banana Inn to 37 Military Hospital. The patient is going to do X-ray. Then later, the patient will go and see the doctor. Also, we attend to the road traffic accidents and all those things.
Okay. I see that there are some phone numbers that have been written on these. Those are what? The prank callers?
Those are the prank callers. And you could see a call here. This is a prank caller who has called 4 times.
Okay. Already today.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead. That's control,
Radio check, how do you mean?
I'm going, you are loud and clear. That's control,
There are personnel who work overnight as well, I guess.
We do 24/7.
Okay. So it means if somebody has an emergency, say midnight or 1 a.m., they call 112, they will get
They will
access
get us, and then we dispatch the ambulance to wherever they are calling from. And you know, the president also learned the GPIs
Yes.
system. So with that one, when you call late in the evening, it's not everybody who knows how to give direction. So we use that system to track wherever you are calling from, and then quickly we go to that place.
All right. So since this was launched, has there been like a case you followed and that has taken you?
We've
right
not
to
had
the...
any case like that.
Okay. Now walk us through the dispatch process briefly. So that should be somewhere here.
That's the dispatcher.
Okay.
That's when you take the call, true calls from the call taker.
Okay.
Let's assume it's for the police. So we take every information, then we send it, then it comes here, this is the dispatcher. As it comes here, it also goes to the police command center, and then they also attend to the case. So as soon as they received, they also give us a feedback that they have received, and then they have also dispatched their men to the emergency.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead. That's control,
Radio check, how do you mean?
You are loud and clear. That's control.
You're also loud and clear.
So if you call 191 and 192, 193, I mean, which were the existing numbers, it won't go through?
It automatically comes through the 112.
Okay, so it's all been like synchronized together.
Yes.
Okay. So what you're hearing in the background are the call takers who are, taking calls, speaking to people who are calling through, others trying to do dispatches,
Yes.
etc. So it's goes on every now and then. Somebody is picking a phone call.
Every now and then, and you could see the number of people on duty. All of them are by either a consul, a call taker, or a dispatcher. So let's assume a case went to police, and it's for ambulance service. She's here as soon as the the message comes. She just open the dispatcher, take the necessary information, then redirect it to the ambulance station that is closer to where the incident has occurred or where the need is needed. That's what we normally do here. And then we have the base radio here.
Okay.
We use the base radio to communicate to our men when we dispatch them, and then they are going for an emergency. We call them through this base radio. Basically, there is our men, one of our men who has been dispatched, and then that person is giving an information to us.
Okay. You're still watching a day in the command center of the National Ambulance Service, which is now the centralized command center for all the emergency services. They're walking us through the procedures. When there is an emergency and you pick your phone and you dial 112, you get through to them. And I see some movements on this monitor. Can you just explain to us what we're seeing on this monitor?
This monitor, you can see that they've written 37 military hospital admin block. So these are the hospitals that there are cameras there.
Okay.
So you could see one of our ambulance went to 37.
Okay.
They took a case there to go and do x-ray.
Okay.
So they've been packed. So this time, we know that they are still at 37.
Okay.
So as soon as they moved, we can track them and then know wherever they've got to.
Okay.
So these places are places that there are cameras mounted by national security for us to be able to know at any given time if there should be an incident, and then they call. We can just send the camera to wherever the incident has occurred to know how many casualties are involved and all those things. Then quickly we know how to gather our men and then dispatch them to the emergency.
Okay. So I guess this is one of the reasons why the tracking of the ambulances was necessary.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And it's very important too.
I am going to try the system, test the emergency line, the 112, to see whether it works, to see what I will be told when I put in that call through, because we are learning that a lot of prank calls come through the emergency command center every time on a daily basis. So let's give it a try. Hello. Hello, good afternoon. My name is Komla Adom. I work with JoyNews. Adom. All right, so I am calling to see if I could book an interview with anybody from the command center.
From the command center?
Yes, please.
I'll call the one in charge.
So I've been told to hang on. A few calls are going to be made, so I'm holding on so they get back to me. Mind you, this 112 number. Hello, good afternoon.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Komla. I was seeing if I could speak to somebody from the command center and book the person for an interview. I work with JoyNews.
Yeah, Komla, I know, but to be sincere with you, if you want any information concerning the center, kindly go to the Ministry of Information.
All right.
Yeah, we are not supposed to interfere with the public.
All right.
I hope you understand me.
Very well, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. So after holding on, somebody got through to me, and I've been told bluntly that The purpose of the 112 is not for interfacing with media organizations or any other establishments. This is purposely for emergency situations. So clearly, the caution to the public here is do not dial the 112 if you are not in an emergency situation. The prank calls, according to officials at the command center, are one too many. Put a stop to it. Or from the command center here in Accra, I am Komla Adom reporting for JoyNews, and I pledge to dial 112 only if I am in an emergency situation.
So most of you are still sending your messages through. Do not call 112. It is for emergencies. Do only call when you have an emergency. Otherwise, even when you have an emergency, it will be difficult to respond.